Hello friends, if you're watching this presentation, that probably means that you, like myself many years ago, told my mother that I wanted to be a professional musician for a living. Now at that point, your mother probably cried. But then, she calmed down, she said to herself, well, at least my son isn't a drummer. Now why is that, you ask? Because drums are expensive! But then you come to find out so are guitars. I mean, my gosh, if you want to be a professional musician, you have to invest in one, maybe two if you want to back up solid gig-worthy instruments. After that, there's a variety of hidden costs. You know what I mean? Do you want your guitar to be in tune? You got to buy one of these. It's an extra 15 bucks for a tuner. After that, you got your cables, your amplifier, for gosh sakes. And, you got your pedals, your pedal boards, all that stuff is very expensive, and it adds up quick. And back in the day, the only way that you could get that professional recorded album tone was to buy an expensive tube amplifier to carry it into this gig. Most of them don't even have wheels on the bottom. You have to have a friend help you. There's a handle on the back, and the two of you take it in back to back. It's ridiculous. And my friends, those days are over. Please allow me to direct your attention to the Fender Mustang series of amplifiers. Now, my name is Austin Chandler. I am a product specialist for Fender, and beyond that, I am a gigging musician. This is what I do to make my money. I take my Fender Mustang amplifier, my guitar, and that is all I need when I walk into a gig. Imagine being able to carry in a guitar amplifier that isn't even that heavy. Your guitar, and just be ready to rock. You plug in, you have all of your presets ready for you to start. Now my friends, this dream is a reality. I would especially like to talk to you today about the Fender Mustang I. Now there are the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5, and our floor unit, but this little baby right here retails for about $100. It's got an 8-inch speaker, it's 20 watts, 12 digital modeled amplifiers in its circuit board. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, what's the quality of the amplifier? 100 bucks, 12 digital modeled amps? It can't be that great. Well, I'm here to tell you that amplifiers in this similar range usually go for twice this expensive and only sound half as good. Now this model right here is again 20 watts, you got all your knobs on the top, you got your nice little guitar input right here, and if you can't figure out what that's for, please go get yourself a set of drumsticks. Now, I would love right now to demo how it sounds to you. We have it right now on this 1970s metal face preset, and let's see what it sounds like. Sounds gorgeous. But you're probably saying to yourself, hey, that kinda almost sounded like a British amplifier. Isn't Fender American? Well, for all of you blues players out there, especially you Stevie Ray Vaughan fans, all you have to do is go over to this very user-friendly amp selector, choose a 65 Deluxe Reverb amplifier. Let's change that compressor to an overdrive, and you are ready for some serious American blues. Let's put it on a single coil pickup and see what that sounds like. Absolutely gorgeous, my friends. Now you're saying to yourself at this point, well, it handles drive okay, but how does it sound clean? Because if you can't get a good clean tone, you're dead in the water to begin with. You can always add drive to clean, but you can't clean up dirt. So why don't we change that overdrive to a nice sounding chorus pedal. Now I'd like to point out that this is our modulation selector. You have 2 types of choruses. You got flanger, vibratone, for that nice kind of Jimi Hendrix swirling speaker sound. You have flanger, phaser, ring modulator. Now all of these individually would cost you upwards of $50 per pedal for something you want to gig with. They're all right here and they all sound great. Now as you can see, we have our level cranked, the right back, same with the depth. That should put us somewhere in kind of a Leonard Skinner territory, so let's see how that sounds. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, hey, those all sound a little bit vintage. Maybe I want something a little bit more modern, something a little bit more metal. Well, for all of you Metallica fans, I have this beautiful preset right here. It's 90s metal. It should give you an early California thrash kind of sound. Let's put it on our JB Seymour Duncan pickup and see how that sounds. Now you're saying to yourself, well, hey, that sounded great, and yes, very metal, but it's classic metal. Maybe you enjoy playing down-tuned. At this point, I would love to direct your attention to this lovely Epiphone Les Paul custom guitar to my right. Now, this is down-tuned a half step, and after that we have it in drop D. Tuned it with the built-in tuner on top of the amplifier, as you can see there. So again, saving you money, folks, as well as time, and also a little bit of shoulder strength. Let's just plug that in right here and see what it sounds like. Again, quality of the digital modeling. I'm going to start off in the middle position with the volume rolled all the way back down to 1, tone knob on 10. That's something you don't usually get with a lot of cheaper practice amps. Let's put it on the bridge pickup now. Crank it all the way to 10 and just watch this thing rip heads off. Point out to you right now is you can go into the interface and choose an advanced amp model, which is right here. You just click this button right here, and as you can see, we have a noise gate running, so it's totally silent for recording and gigging, which is really nice. That's not something you get with your average Mesa Boogie Dual rectifier. So right now, again, you have the gain all the way up. You've got your volume all the way up. Now normally the amp would be feedbacking like crazy, but as you can see, even when I take my hands off, totally silent. So you can do things like this. Totally silent, no feedback at all. Unless you want feedback, you know, it sounds very metal. Gotta love that. But again, my friends, this amplifier retails for $100. It's got the USB on top, which we have been using to record for you. Now, again, you're not recording, you know, a modeled processed signal that is going through the computer and then back to the speaker. You are recording what's coming out of the amplifier, so there is zero latency as you're recording. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, if you're not going to buy it for the tones, buy it for the interface. You know, cut a demo for your band, become a professional musician. You know, please join us in the modern world of guitar amplifiers. My name is Austin Chandler. I am very happy to introduce to you the Fender Mustang series of amplifiers. You know, saves you money, it's easier on your back, and in the long run, it's a great investment. At this point, I would love to take your questions. Thank you very much.
9:35.
Yes!
One thing I noticed is